We are live here on Schlick Sports, kicking off this high school football season between Creekside and Fletcher in this Kickoff Classic preseason matchup. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creekside High School. We are just under 15 minutes away from kickoff out here at the Castle. Just a week away from the start of this 2023 regular season. It should be a big year for both of these teams. Fletcher coming in with high expectations, coming off of an 8-3 season. Got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. The Senators have Final Four expectations for this season. Talking with head coach Ciatric Faison ahead of this game. All offseason, that's been the focus. Make it to the Final Four. That's what this team wants to do. That's what they want to be remembered for. And they have the load to do it. 38 seniors returning from last year rostered on this team. Their goals for this season, they want to play more consistently. They want to get more consistent results, more consistent performances on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. And for this preseason game, they're focused on the young guys, those guys who can help in their rotational value this season, especially heading into a real tough week one matchup with Mandarin. We'll see if they can do that and who will step up here in this preseason matchup. They're focused mainly on the D-line tonight, as there's multiple sophomores and juniors who they want to see step up and play roles for them this season. Looking at the starting defensive line for the Senators team, you're looking at a junior in Andre Jackson, a junior in Travis Land, junior in Jake Burkhart, and a junior in Joey Offalt. This is a group that's relatively inexperienced on that defensive line, so we'll see how much damage they're able to do in that area this year. Other guys who they're looking for a big performance out of tonight, how about sophomore getting the start at corner, Josiah Payton at 5'9", 165. This guy can run a 40-yard dash at a 4.52. He's got speed, he's got really good control, and they're expecting big things from him at the corner position. He also plays wide receiver, where you'll see him a bit tonight. For this game, how long can you expect the starters? Well, for Creekside, they're going to play their guys into the early part of the third quarter. They want to see their starters go through a full half of football, get into that beginning of the second half, just coming out of halftime. Can they keep it going? That's what they're focused on tonight for their guys. And looking at Fletcher, they have the same plan. They're going to play their guys for a half, and then they're going to see what they got behind them heading into this season. As we are just over 10 minutes away from kickoff, we're going to step away here on Schlick Sports, but be back with football coming up live here on NFHS and Schlick Sports.
2023 Creekside Knights Varsity Football.
You are listening in as the Creekside Knights take the field out at the castle. This crowd is packed here at Creekside. Last year, they found up to 8,000 to 10,000 fans here for the Bartram Trail game. That's what they topped out at attendance. We got a good one here for this preseason matchup between Creekside and Fletcher. It should be a good one between two really tough teams. Creekside, we talked about Fletcher before the break. The Knights coming in after a record-breaking season for them offensively. Defensively is a bit of a struggle for them, though. They gave up more than 30 points per game. Opponents putting up over 380 yards per game. This is a team that can do some damage, but they need to improve on that defensive side of the ball. So where does it start? Well, it starts with getting to the quarterback. Last year only totaled 6 sacks, but this is a defensive line that believes they can do exactly that they can go out there and get to the quarterback. It's the most experienced returning group on this defensive unit. You're looking at guys like Cole Long, entering his senior year, was a mainstay, big part of that Creekside defense. Last year totaled 41 tackles, a sack, and 3 tackles for loss. The Jenkins twins, Tyler and Andrew, big size from those guys who are going to play on the inner part of the defensive line. These guys, they want to get 30 sacks this season. They know it's a high goal, but they believe they can hit it. We'll be back with more Creekside football pregame. After this, we're going to step away for the national anthem.
Coin toss at the 50-yard line. Your captains for Creekside, Mickey Williams, Oscar Earl, Cooper Mauer, and Austin Eakin.
And here we go, the captains heading out to the middle of the field for the coin tosses. This highly anticipated Creekside Fletcher Kickoff Classic matchup about to get underway. We were talking about Creekside before the national anthem. And we were talking about the defense. They want to get to the quarterback, and that's one of the things they need to do a better job of this season. Last year, we mentioned only totaling 6 sacks. They want to get 30 this year. They also got to improve a little bit in that secondary where they lost some guys. Last year, one thing Creekside did really well was forcing turnovers on the defensive side of the ball. They totaled 15 interceptions last year, but they lose ball hawks and guys like Ian Schultz, Jalen Boyer, Bruno Alves, guys that had a big-time impact in that turnover battle last season, guys that had multiple interceptions. I believe in total they accounted for 7. This team, though, in that secondary, they're looking for answers, and they got a sophomore starting at free safety in Jackson Earl, the only underclassman starting on this defense, and Danny Aprabato, a guy who rushed for over 400 yards last year, started playing corner less than a month ago, and Chris Fears thinks he can be the guy at corner to step up and fill that hole along with Caden Vimictyan and a few other returners at the position. They should be an interesting unit to watch, and it'll be interesting to see how they match up against a really good Fletcher offense led by 3-star quarterback and USF commit Marcellus Tate. He's not just good passing, he is maybe even better running the ball. He led the team in rushing last year with over 700 yards on the ground. While passing, he's got an incredibly strong arm. Passed for over 1,700 yards last year with 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. We'll see how the Knights fare against a real tough challenge in this preseason game. It'll show a lot about what these guys have heading into a tough Week 1 matchup against Palm Beach Central as the team's still meeting at midfield for the coin toss. We're going to be back here in a couple minutes with the team's entrance and kickoff here on Schlick Sports. We'll be back after this. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. The Creekside Knights and the Fletcher Senators run onto the field as we are just about set for action here on Schlick Sports. The crowd alive as ever as we get ready for the Kickoff Classic here on Schlick Sports. I'm Noah Schlicksup, bringing you tonight's action live as the teams are on their sidelines getting set for kickoff out here at the castle. Playing over the speakers, Enter Sandman. As we are just about set for action here on Schlick Sports. These two teams last season, taking a look at what they did. Fletcher last year ended up going 8-3. Creekside 9-3. They won their first playoff game since 2011 last year. And Fletcher, they lost in the first round. Each of these teams looking to make deep playoff runs this year. And it all begins right here at the castle. The Knights out on the field. Cooper Maurer getting set to kick this one away. Maurer replacing Ronald Darajati, who last year was one of the best kickers, if not the best kicker in the state, now at the University of Miami. Maurer, he's got a strong leg, and the Knights special teams coach, Coach Canterbury, believes that he might be able to be even better. A powerful leg. He's really good on these kickoffs as well, can get it into the end zone consistently. As the teams await the clock to get set out here. Band making noise, crowd making noise. The theme is USA out here tonight. The students all decked out in their red, white, and blue. Back to receive for Fletcher. Karan Davis, Josiah Payton, and Jalen McKay. We're having some issues with the clock out here as they're waiting for things to get set. Get now 12 minutes. Whistles blow. Maurer set. And he kicks away to the Senators. It's a good kick out into the end zone. Davis going back, and he catches it, goes out of the back of the end zone. What a boot by Cooper Maurer. As out comes a Knights defense that last year, they had their struggles, but this season looking to improve. And the big thing is, can they contain Marcellus Tate? At quarterback, a real mobile guy with a strong arm. How will they fare against the three-star guy? Beating in the huddle, each of these teams. Tate, the leader of this Fletcher offense, the quarterback. Look out for him and wide receiver Anthony Vagalenti, his partner in crime. Tennessee Tech commit. Had 700 of those 1,700 passing yards last year, including 8 touchdowns out of the 12 Tate threw. As there's a pause out on the field, the officials getting the football out there to the line. Not sure how they were set all up there without a football, but yeah, that's what happened. Teams at the line of scrimmage, whistles blow. And now let's play some football here on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. The snap's high, Tate recovers though, rolling out to his right, he passes right at the first down marker. It falls incomplete by the far side at the 30-yard line. Intended target was Troy Hillman, bringing up 2nd down and 10. It was a good ball, just a little low. Hillman went down, tried to make the grab unsuccessfully, however. As that brings up 2nd down from the Fletcher 20-yard line. Another high snap, and Tate doesn't recover. The ball's still out. He dives on it inside the 10-yard line and is touched down by the Knights defenders. Jackson Earl in there finishing the play. And that brings up a long 3rd down. The Creekside crowd getting into it as it's 3rd and 22 for this Fletcher offense. They're in no hurry getting off the offensive huddle. Some teams will just go straight to the line, call it from there. This Fletcher team, they take their time as they now break the huddle with 8 seconds on the play clock. 11 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock, just getting started out here at Creekside High School. Clean snap this time. Tate firing towards the 1st down markers, looking for Vagalenti. Passes high onto the sideline, and out comes the punt unit as we're looking at a 3-and-out for this Fletcher offense. And that is a great start for this Creekside defense. Trouble with the snaps, however. Tommy Peters, the center, had a couple high snaps that Tate had to get control of. In the second time, it lost 12 yards, so that is a big time. Not how you want that one to go if you're the Fletcher Senators. Back to return the punt for Creekside. Can't get a number out there on the returner. He's set up on the Fletcher 40-yard line, though. Knights could have some really good position if this goes as planned, and the punt's blocked. He put it off a lineman. It's loose in the end zone, picking it up. Who's got the ball? Who's got the ball? It's a safety. I believe out on the field, Karan Davis punted it off his own man. And Creekside, though Fletcher didn't fall on the ball, Creekside kept him in the end zone, ended up a safety, and Creekside takes a 2-0 lead. So a disastrous start to this game for Fletcher. And I'm kind of at a loss for words out here. That was a messy start for this team. We'll see if they can respond. They got to kick it away and get a stop against a tough Creekside offense when we return here on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Welcome back here on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. 2-0 our score, 10:53 to go in this first quarter after the Fletcher safety. They kick it off from their own 20. It's taken in by the 35. The Creekside Knights with the ball. Danny Aprobato gets it past midfield, taken down up at the 48-yard line. As this Creekside offense will take the field. They were fantastic last season. The Knights put up 39 points per game. The Fletcher defense, though, they'll create a tough matchup for this team. 17 points per game allowed by the Senators. And leading this Knights offense out there, quarterback Sean Aschenfelder. Aschenfelder last year completed 60% of his passes working with Wilson Edwards. Is right here. He hits Caleb Taylor Birch for a gain of a yard. Led him a little too much. He ran into the screen pass. Believe he collided out there with Carson Kellaway, or excuse me, that's Aaron Satiris. As they'll set up a 2nd down and 9 for Creekside. Aschenfelder split time at quarterback last year. Highly touted prospect entering his junior year. He's got offers from Pitt, UCF, Virginia Tech, and right here he loads up, fires down the sideline, was looking for Satiris. It fell incomplete, but there is a flag on the play as Satiris looked like he was getting held by the defender, multiple on the field. And it looks like this will go against the Senators. It is pass interference, which will give the Knights a 1st down. So advancing the ball up on the penalty to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights, as after the safety, they look to extend their 2-0 lead. Aschenfelder takes the snap, gives to Williams. Excuse me, it's a ball fake. Aschenfelder heading up the sideline. He faked out everybody. Gets inside the 15 and runs out on the far sideline at the 14-yard line. That's another 1st down for Creekside. Official marking going to be at the 15. 1st and 10 in the red zone now. Knights quick to the line of scrimmage. Aschenfelder gives to Williams. The running back powers his way forward inside the 5, still diving forward. Flag on the play, however. There is a penalty. And it's going to be a face mask against the Senators, giving Creekside an automatic 1st down. Advancing the ball inside the 5-yard line up to the 4. As the face mask was back near the line of scrimmage, I believe. It's 1st down and goal for the Creekside Knights. 2 running backs back with Aschenfelder. He hands, powering his way forward. That's Harrison Garrido. He is just short of the goal line.
23, Harrison Garrido on the carry.
Official marking down at the 2-yard line. They're on that far side of the booth, far side of the field, a good distance away from the booth. I gotta get some binoculars up here, as on 2nd and goal, they hand to Williams. He's a bulldozer normally, but right there he gets stuffed at the line. Not gonna get the job done. Travis Land in on the tackle. The defensive tackle, junior last year, totaled 51 tackles, 7 for loss. Stuffs Williams at the line there on 3rd down and goal from the 2. Aschenfelder looks to pass, heading to the corner of the end zone. It's off the hands of Aaron Satiris. The sophomore receiver had separation there across the field. Aschenfelder threw. The ball might have led him just a bit much, but that's one Satiris should have had. But the Knights offense stays out there. They're looking to go for it on 4th down and 2. 2 running backs, one to the right of Aschenfelder, Williams behind him. And two receivers, Satterus and Toffer, out to his right. They give to Williams. No, it was a ball fake. It goes to Harrison Garrido, and he gets into the end zone standing for a Creekside touchdown. Well, that's something you didn't see much of last year for Creekside. I don't think they ran too much of those option plays. Right there, they faked the handoff to Williams. The entire line went with him. My eyes did as well, but Garrido snuck around the outside with the ball, and on the far side of the field, snuck inside the pylon for 6 points, making it 8-0. Maurer gets the extra point, making it 9-0 Creekside. The Knights on a roll, getting things started out here at the Castle. We'll be back after this here on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Back here at the Castle as Cooper Maurer boots it away into the end zone for another touchback. 9-0 our score. The Knights defense got a safety on the block punt. I believe he punted it off his own man. And then the Knights were able to fall on it in the end zone. Then they proceed to drive down 49 yards for an offensive touchdown, making it 9-0 Creekside. Fletcher looking for a response as the offense trots out onto the field down by 9. Not even 4 minutes into this ball game. Marcellus Tate in shotgun. He gives to the running back, Harold. Harold stiff arms a man, getting out towards the Creekside sideline. Gonna end up with a good 5-6 yard gain as he's brought down at the 31. Setting up a 2nd down and 4. Last year, offenses against the Knights were able to put up 189 rushing yards per game. That is not a good number if you're the Creekside Knights, as they give again to Harold up the middle, only gets a yard to the 32, bringing up 3rd down and 4 for the Fletcher Senators. And this is another area where the Knights struggled last year. Opponents converted over 40% of the time on 3rd down against this Creekside defense. Can they stand tall here against the Senators? They break the huddle. They got 2 receivers to Tate's right, 2 to his left. And Harold to the left of Marcellus Tate. He looks to pass. Under pressure, he is going to be sacked. Back at the 20-yard line, Brody McGuff, as well as 3 other Knights defenders, broke through the line to bring him down. And that'll be a 4th down and 10 and another 3 and out for this Fletcher offense. This is a tough unit that the Creekside Knights are going up against, and they are off to a tremendous start defensively. We talked about that sack total. They want to get 30 this year. They broke through and got one there. As Davis into punt after his last one ended up in the end zone. He gets it away, takes a bounce right on the 50-yard line, and picked up and downed by DeAndre Smith at the Fletcher 48. So that'll bring on a Creekside team up 9-0, but first we're gonna pause. Or excuse me, we're not gonna pause. Thought that was gonna be the first water break. I'm getting into regular season form too. I was correct. The players head back off the field, picking up where I left off. There we go. As we head into the break, 9-0 Creekside here on NFHS Network in Schlick Sports. Welcome back here to the Castle in Creekside High School as the Knights head back out on the field on the Fletcher 49. Up 9-0, and they start off with a little dump-off screen pass that'll go for a negative gain. Caleb Taylor Birch brought down by Devarius Lee behind the line of scrimmage. Lee's helmet came off, and there's a flag on the play. We'll see what this is. And it's going against the Senators. Unnecessary roughness, and that will advance the ball for Creekside for a first down. Already the third on this Fletcher defense. And we are 5 minutes and 30 seconds into this ball game. Creekside advances up to the Fletcher 36-yard line after the penalty. And they set up with 4 receivers out, 2 to either side of Ashenfelder. Nicky Williams right behind the junior signal caller. And at the line, ball's batted, and it goes through the hands of Caleb Taylor Birch. That was an interesting play as Ashenfelder was looking for Birch. It was batted down at the line, I believe by Joey Offalt. Ended up going through the hands of Birch, who was right behind the line. It went way up in the air. He came back to get it. Couldn't bring it in. It's 2nd down and 10. Knights fast to the line of scrimmage. Same formation, but this time they give to Nicky Williams. And into the backfield, bringing him down is Travis Land. However, I believe I saw Laundry out on the field. That might be another late flag. And Land is down on the field with an apparent injury. There was no flag on the play, but Land tried to get up, now back down. We're going to step away for this injury timeout. 9-0 our score. Creekside with the lead over Fletcher. We'll be back after this on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful closed transactions. Jason is a Durban Crossing resident and Creekside parent helping people buy and sell real estate across Northeast Florida. He'll provide you with a personalized real estate experience. Contact Jason today at 802-373-8543 or Jason at nexthomefirstcoast.com. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful close. Back now here on Schlick Sports as the Knights with the ball. Aschenfelder firing for Eros Toffer right at the break. It's incomplete, and that will bring up a 4th down and 11 for the Creekside Knights.
That's intended for 14 years.
And they're kind of in no man's land where it would be a tough punt coming from their own 36, but there is a late flag, and I believe that will be for an illegal forward pass as Aschenfelder ran up and might have thrown it past the sticks. Knight student section, I believe, kicking out a non-Creekside student. And it was an illegal forward pass on Aschenfelder. It is declined, bringing up 4th down and 11 for Creekside. Offense staying out there, though. That would be a tough punt for Maurer. On 4th and 11 in a preseason game, that's not going to count towards record at the end of the season. They're going to give this a shot. Already in Fletcher territory. And now a late decision on comes the special teams. And Cooper Maurer to punt. He's way back there, set up on Creekside's 45. 14 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Back to return for Fletcher is sophomore Josiah Payton. Maurer gets the punt away. High arcing in the air. Gonna drop inside the 10, off the hands of Payton and out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Great punt from Cooper Maurer, as that will bring on the Knights defense and the Fletcher offense. The Knights have been dominating this battle early on. 9-0 the Knights lead. They forced 2 3-and-outs. And one that ended up a block punt that ended up a safety.
Oh yeah, we're in.
So from the 5-yard line, the Senators will start offensively. Gonna have to go 95 yards down the field if they want to end up with 6. Marcellus Tate, shotgun. Behind him is Dre Arnold, but there is a flag. Might have been some movement up there. All right, timeout Fletcher. Down on the field, 5:52 remains in this first quarter of play. 9-0 our score, Creekside with the lead on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Back now here on Schlick Sports is the Senators. 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Looking to get something going offensively. Still looking for their first down as Keandre Arnold gets them started with a run up the middle down near the 10-yard line, and that is where the spot's going to go, bringing up a 2nd down and 5. Creekside already with a sack in this game. Marcellus Tate yet to complete a pass out there. Again from the shotgun, Takes a 5-step drop, looking down the field for Davis near the 50. There is a flag. That's going to be pass interference on Parker Mingus. Davis was out near the 50-yard line. That, as it is pass interference on the Knights. Tate fired that one 50 yards downfield, and it was on the money, too. But a little push from Mingus kept the ball from being completed. They'll bring up a 1st down and 10 from the 25, however. The Senators move the chains for the first time. It only took them 6 minutes and 55 seconds to do it. This is an offense last year that averaged almost 22 a game, over 300 yards per game. He's right here, ended up with the ball. It's Jalen McKay. He ends up getting 1. Bring up 2nd down and 9. .440 remains in the first quarter. 9-0 Creekside is our score. Coming to the line of scrimmage. Senators set up with 4 receivers out, 2 on either side of Marcellus Tate. And he's firing, looking for the tight end. He's got Kellen Brady. Gonna be short of the sticks by 4 yards at the 31-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 4 for the Senators. Fletcher looking for their first 3rd down conversion of the game. We haven't seen Marcellus Tate run yet. He's a guy who's fantastic on his legs. I'm looking for an option play right here. And the snap ends up being fumbled by Tate. And he's going to be brought down back at the 25-yard line. Late flag out on the play. And that came after the tackle. And the last thing you want is the Creekside defense is a dumb penalty that will give them a 1st down. Awaiting on the official call from the referees. And it is against the Knights. Unnecessary roughness, which will give Fletcher a 1st down. After what seemed to be a 3rd down stop, it ends up 1st down and 10. Fletcher from their own 41. 3:19 to go in the first quarter. 9-0 Creekside with the lead. Senators with a pass. Anthony Vagalenti on the receiving end of the screen dives forward for a 4-yard gain up to the 45-yard line. Set up 2nd and 6. And there's that first time the connection of Marcellus Tate and Anthony Vagalenti is come to fruition here in this game, as they've been held silent here through most of the first quarter. Vagalenti also plays varsity basketball. He's an athlete, standing at 6'2", 165. Last year had 44 receptions for 8 touchdowns, averaged near 17 yards per reception. A dangerous threat out wide. Fletcher offense finally getting something going out there. He's right here. They give to Keandre Harold through the line and up for a few yards. Short of the 1st down markers. Gonna bring up 4th down and 3 yards on their own 48-yard line. We'll see if the Beach Rats, as they're known, can move those chains again. They have to go 95 yards on this drive to end up with 6 points. And a flag on the play before we can really get going. Right after the snap, we'll see what this is. And it's going to go against the Knights, so another penalty on third down gifts Fletcher a first. And there's one of the things you can take away from this game. Third down penalties, Creekside already got to cut down on that, because that is 2 chances right there, and the Knights have had to get off the field. And instead, drives extended. Under 1:30 to go in this first quarter, 9-0 Creekside with the lead. Fletcher into Creekside territory for the first time tonight. As they break the huddle, head up to the line of scrimmage. And it's another high snap, gets behind Tate, picks it up off the ground, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He will do so unsuccessfully. Going to be a loss of 4 on the play. Bringing up a second down and 14. That is the third time a snap has gone over the head of Marcellus Tate. Was able to get just the tip of his fingers on it, but still got behind him. And after the Knights gift the Senators a first down, the Senators gift the Knights a loss of yards, as there's going to be a timeout on the field with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. As we're going to step away here on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Our score, Creekside 9, Fletcher nothing. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful closed transactions. Jason is a Durban Crossing resident and Creekside parent, helping people buy and sell real estate across Northeast Florida. He'll provide you with a personalized real estate experience. Contact Jason today at 802-373-8543 or Jason at nexthomefirstcoast.com. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful closed transactions. Jason is a Durban Crossing resident and Creekside parent, helping people buy and sell real estate across. Welcome back here to Creekside High School. As Fletcher with the ball, they get a pass on second down, dump off to Karan Davis. He gets right past the original line of scrimmage, actually marked down right at the original line of scrimmage, bringing up a third down and 10 out of the break. Third and 10 coming up for the Senators. They break the huddle and send 4 receivers out wide. This has been their base formation today. 2 receivers to the left of Tate, 2 to the right, and a running back to his right. Under pressure, Tate brought down. The second sack of the night for Creekside goes to Cole Long. And also in there, Noah Conahay. The Knights with 2 sacks in this Kickoff Classic. They totaled 6 all of last year. And that'll bring an end to the first quarter of play here at Creekside High School. We're going to step away here on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Our score, Creekside 9, Fletcher nothing. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful closed transactions. Jason is a Durban Crossing resident and Creekside parent, helping people buy and sell real estate across Northeast Florida. He'll provide you with a personalized real estate experience. Contact Jason today at 802-373-8543 or looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Welcome back here on Schlick Sports and NFHS Network. As Fletcher punts this one away, getting started in the second quarter. That one's going to take a bounce into the end zone. It's time now to bring the Knights offense back out. 9-0 our score. As Creekside off to a nice start. We'll see if they can extend that lead even further. They get started after the touchback on their own 20-yard line. They're able to go 49 yards for a touchdown on their first drive. Last time they couldn't end up with 6. They ended up punting it away in Fletcher territory. We'll see what they're able to do right here. It's Fletcher rushing quite a few. Ashenfelder running around in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. In on the sack is Owen Manuel. Manuel transferred into Fletcher. Played in Savannah, Georgia last year. Started as a sophomore. It's a loss of 3 on the play, making it 2nd and 13. Second down, 3 receivers to Ashenfelder's left, 1 to his right. And he passes to Eros Toffer on his right, heading up towards the first down markers, past the first down markers by 1 yard before he goes out of bounds on the Fletcher sideline at the 31-yard line. It's 1st down and 10 for Creekside. Preseason, a time for teams to test things out and broadcast too. I added a audio broadcast to YouTube this year as Ashenfelder passes outside Taylor Birch on the screen, still in bounds, and he steps out at the 37. Going to be a gain of 6, making it 2nd and 4. So I'm going to both NFHS Network and Schlick Sports at once, controlling it through an audio board. Got the stream settings on a computer. Also running music out here at Creekside, play-by-play. Quite a bit going on up here in the booth. Getting back into a rhythm at the start of the year as Nicky Williams gets the handoff, gets up to the 39. 2 yards short of a first down. Knights quickly back to the line of scrimmage. It's another give to Williams. He's forward, gets the first down, and a little more up to the Fletcher 47 before he's brought down. This is a Knights offense that likes to move fast. They do not huddle most of the time after plays. They get back up to the line, they signal their call, and they go. 4 receivers out wide for the Knights, 2 on each side. Ashenfelder drops back to pass. He's looking down the field on the sideline. Toffer makes the catch. Did he get his feet in? No, he did not. The ball led Toffer towards the sideline. He was not able to make the catch. He brought it in, but couldn't stay in bounds. Brings up 2nd and 10. And now a flag on the far sideline. And that was odd timing for a flag as Creekside had just gotten to the line of scrimmage. They threw the flag, they picked it up, no call, it seems. I'll bring up 2nd and 10. I snap the ball, same formation. It's a dump off screen to Caleb Taylor Birch. He loses defenders, juking guys out, gets past the first down markers, but again, laundry on the field. There's a flag on the 45-yard line. And Caleb Taylor Birch He's a quick, shifty guy. 5'9", 150. And the penalty is going to go against the Knights there, backing him up. Back to their own 45-yard line. Marker on the field says second down. Second and 12 for the Creekside Knights. Aschenfelder drops back to pass again, firing over the middle. He's got a man who has got daylight. 10, end zone, touchdown. Cooper Dixon makes the catch and he takes it all the way. Knights strike for even more, 15-0 over the Fletcher Senators. The Creekside flags fly on the sideline as students run them around on the track. Cooper Maurer gets set for the extra point. It's up and it's good. Great pass, and Cooper Dixon loses defenders and takes it to the house. 16-0 Knights with a big-time lead, 9:35 to go in the second quarter here on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Welcome back here to the castle where Creekside is fired up as the Knights lead 16-0 over the Fletcher Senators. Another kickoff, 2 straight touchbacks for Cooper Maurer, and there's a third into the end zone. We mentioned the power in Maurer's leg, and right there he shows it off with another touchback. And out comes the Knights defense with a 16-point lead, shutout on the board. This brings up first down and 10 for Fletcher from their own 20. Senators get set, 4 receivers out wide, rolling to his left. Tate fires past the first down markers. It's caught. Anthony Vagalenti fights for it for a few more yards after the catch, down at the 38-yard line of the Senators. So that moves the chains. And oh my goodness, I gotta shout this out right now. There is a Bobby Boucher jersey out there. If anybody gets that reference, that is one of my favorite movies, The Waterboy. And there's a kid in a Bobby Boucher jersey out here as the pass on the field falls incomplete to Anthony Vagalenti. That's not the only cool thing in attendance tonight. We got some famous athletes who've been rumored to attend the game. One that is for sure confirmed is former Jaguars quarterback David Garrard, as his son actually plays on the Senators team. He's an offensive lineman. And then Daniel Murphy, former baseball player, was rumored to be possibly attending tonight. How about that for the Kickoff Classic out here at Creekside High School as Marcellus Tate winds up, fires deep. It is caught inside the Creekside 25-yard line. What a play! As things get a little scuffy after the play, does that look like Brian Padilla exchanging words with the receiver, Karan Davis, who made a fantastic grab, falling to the ground. He brought it in. Official marking at the 21. What a play. Flips the field, and Fletcher looking for more. On the run, pass, falls incomplete, looking for Anthony Vagalenti inside the 15. And timeout called on the field. Official timeout for a water break with 8:47 to go in the second quarter. So how about that for Fletcher? They flip the field, get into Creekside territory, right on the verge of the red zone. We'll see if they can cash in down 16. They need some points when we return on Schlick Sports. Welcome back here to Creekside High School. Second quarter, 16-0, Creekside with the lead, but the Senators on the Creekside 21. Marcellus Tate gearing up to pass, and he's on the run, scrambling out of the pocket, still on his feet, inside the 15, breaking tackles, inside the 5. He's into the end zone. What a run, Marcellus Tate! Put 6 points on the board, and the Fletcher Senators strike for the first time tonight, cutting it down to a 10-point game. Tate last year rushed for 8 touchdowns and 700 yards, his first carry of the game. Man, that guy is so quick, so shifty. He went viral for being able to truck guys last year as he lit up a corner heading into the end zone, went viral. Overtime actually tweeted, got 18,000 likes. Tate is an athlete, reminds you of NFL guys like Anthony Richardson, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. He's a great passer. He's going to go on to do big things at USF. Big play right there, 21-yard run, and they're going for 2 now. Down 16-6, lining up for 2, whistles on the field, timeout. Creekside will be back after this. Fletcher strikes for a touchdown. They still trail by 10. Can they get it to a one-score ball game? We'll see when we return on Schlick Sports. Welcome back to the Castle of Creekside High School as the Fletcher Senators are gearing up for a 2-point conversion. out here at the castle, and trying to take it himself. Marcellus Tate trying to fight into the end zone, but the Knights swallow him up. He was working to his left, got to the outside part of the line, but the Knights defenders met him there, and he falls short of the goal line. So the Senators can't get the 2-point conversion, but they do get 6, cutting it down to a 10-point ball game. We'll be back here in a couple minutes on Schlick Sports. Our score, Creekside 16, Fletcher 6, 8:35 to go in the second quarter when we return. Back here at Creekside High School as the Senators get ready to kick this one off, and this is new. Every single Fletcher special teams guy outside of the kicker is lining up like a track athlete. Back at the 35, that was something else. Gearing up to go out, it was a touchback as the Knights will take the ball at their own 20-yard line. So Creekside coming off of a big 50-plus yard touchdown to Cooper Dixon. They lead by 10, and after Fletcher cut in their lead, they're looking to add some points back onto the scoreboard as Sean Aschenfelder on the quarterback keeper going to get forward for a few yards up to the 24-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 6. Aschenfelder in the shotgun. 3 receivers out wide, but there is a flag on the play. There's also a tight end out there, Oscar Earl. It's going to be offsides on the Senators. Moving the ball forward 5 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 1 for the Creekside Knights. The Knights don't use the tight end often. Oscar Earl out there in the tight end position. Excuse me if you heard that. I believe the mic might have picked up some vulgar language there. As Sean Aschenfelder on the quarterback keeper gets outside towards the Creekside sideline, picks up the 1st down, and a good 7 yards after that. Knights move the chains, making it 1st down and 10. In between their own 37 and 38-yard line. Aschenfelder takes the snap, again looking to pass. He's got Taylor Birch just a few yards before he's swallowed up by the defense. In on the tackle, Winston Harris, the junior, gets forward to about the 40-yard line. I'll bring up 2nd down and 8. The official marking was at the 39-yard line. Aschenfelder again looking to pass, rolling to his left. He passes towards the 1st down markers. It's caught. That was Aaron Satteris. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short before going out of bounds. Satteris is a guy to watch this season, the sophomore. Starting at wide receiver, only underclassmen starting on this offense. Stood out to a lot of people during the summer. He's described as a complete receiver who's great at creating separation with defenders. He did so there, as on the next play, 3rd and 1, Nicky Williams gets the 1st down, gets up to the 50-yard line right at midfield. 1st and 10 for the Creekside Knights. And Nicky Williams, that's a guy who should really be talking more about, because what he did last year for Creekside was special his junior season, rushed for over 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's off the field here. It's 5 receivers, and Sean Aschenfelder alone in the backfield. He's rolling out to his right, on the run, gets Toffer past the first down marker. He's tackled right after the catch by Zach Taylor, but it's another first down for the Creekside Knights, and this offense is picking up where they left off. Up for another first down, further now into Fletcher territory, as they're at the Senator 38, again alone in the backfield. Aschenfelder passes, he's got Garrido, who made the catch. He fumbled the ball and went out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And that's another Creekside first down. Harrison Garrido, you don't recognize that name. He's a junior, transferred from Miami. And he's a running back and a wide receiver. You'll see him spending time at both those positions this year. As he motions from wide receiver to running back on this play, they hand off to Garrido. He's got space, moving around inside the 10, still on his feet, up inside the 10 towards the 5-yard line, officially marked down at the 6. It's another Creekside first down. Make it first down and goal for the Creekside Knights. So now on the 6-yard line, 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers out wide. They give to Nicky Williams, fighting his way towards the pylon. He cuts back, heading back inside. At the 1-yard line, he is tackled down. 1-2-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball here. Bit of an odd angle from up in the booth, but I believe it is the 2. And again, 2 running backs in the backfield. They give to Williams, this time to the left. He cuts back inside up the middle. He is into the end zone for another Creekside touchdown. This Knights offense, like I said, they have picked up where they left off. 22 points already on the board. 4:36 to go in the second quarter. They are on a roll against a Fletcher defense that had a lot of success last season. And the extra point is good for Cooper Maurer as the Knights make it 23-6 over Fletcher. 4:36 remains in the first half of play. You're listening to Creekside Football on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Welcome back here to the Castle as the Knights get ready to kick it off. Up by 17 at home in this Kickoff Classic. This Knights offense, fantastic last year. They've got 23 on the board in a little under 20 minutes of play. They have been fantastic early on in this game as it's another touchback from Cooper Maurer. He's been fantastic on these kickoffs. Knights expecting big things from the senior this year. He's getting looks from a multitude of schools in the Ivy League. He had UCF looking at him. Coach Micah Canterbury, the Knights special teams coach, just since 2021, he has coached 4 guys that have gone on to play in college. Most recently, Ronald Darajati from Creekside last year, preferred walk-on at Miami University this year. He's also coached David Kemp, who's at Minnesota. Was at Bartram Trail, and Liam Padron's going to go play D1. As Marcellus Tate takes the snap, he's going to try and get outside, scramble himself near the first down marker. He's taken down just short by the Creekside sideline. Going to be 2 yards short of the first down at the Fletcher 28. He's also got Evan Crenshaw, who's a 5-star punter, went on to play in college. And Cooper Maurer, most likely going to be added to that list, along with Liam Padron. As Tate fires a pass, it's caught outside, first down, and a little more, tackled up near the 33 is Troy Hillman. That's a first down, Senators. There's a timeout on the field. And we're going to step away on Schlick Sports. Our score, Creekside 23, Fletcher 6. 3:51 remains in the first half of play. You're listening to Creekside Football on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Coming out of the timeout, Fletcher with the ball, first down and 10. On their own 33, Marcellus Tate gears up to pass, and he completes it outside. Noah Taylor gets the ball up to the 41, going to bring up second down and short for the Senators. This is an offense that early on was struggling to get going. They were trying to run the ball. That wasn't working very well. They've seemed to have found a bit of a groove here in the pass game. As Marcellus Tate's really gotten going, he's shown a great ability to throw on the run. As they're trying to claw back into this ball game, down 17. Tate again looking to pass. He's firing downfield under pressure, and he just leads Anthony Vagalenti a little too much down inside the 15-yard line. And how about this guy at Creekside High School as he bring up a third and short? Creekside Sunsets would highly recommend coming out of a game just to catch one, as the end zone to the right of the booth is lined by a little forest group of trees, and above that, a pink sky surrounds the castle, and the sun goes down behind the trees, and it just gets better as the night goes on. And then before you know it, you're just under the lights. A Florida high school football game. The atmosphere, just like a regular season game out here in Creekside, in regular season form, as Marcellus Tate, he's breaking into it as he gets another scramble for a first down up to the 47-yard line in Creekside territory, moving those sticks even further. First and 10. Take it set with a running back to his immediate right. He's looking to pass, though. Firing down the field. Dangerous ball. It's caught! And Davis is going to run out of bounds inside the 10. There is 2 flags on the play. And it's holding against the defense. Did he catch that inbounds? Is on the far sideline. He didn't react like he did. I believe the pass is incomplete, but it is a holding penalty on the play against the Creekside Knights, which will advance the ball forward for another first down, moving the chains
That is a 10-yard penalty.
up to the Creekside 37. 2:29 remains in the second quarter. If you're just tuning in, we got a 23-6 ball game in the Kickoff Classic. Knights with the lead. Fletcher struggled offensively, 2 straight 3-and-outs, and a safety on a block punt on their first drive, but they're slowly getting things going, picking up the pace. This starting offense. That's not a good play for him there. As Cole Long in for another Creekside sack. And also in there with him, Colton Laval. That's make it 3 sacks for the Creekside Knights. And that is exactly what they wanted this season. 3 sacks per game. That was their goal, to get 30 sacks on the season. And they've already hit that here in the first half of this Kickoff Classic. Of course, it won't count to that goal at the end of the season, but right here they are off to a great start in the Kickoff Classic against an offense that is looking tough, returning a lot of key players from last season. And Marcellus Tate, a mobile guy in the pocket, is right here, hits a little fade pass to the tight end, Kellen Brown. So he gets up past the first down markers. Excuse me, I said Kellen Brown, it's Kellen Brady. He's inside the 30-yard line, up inside the 25 to the 24. First down and 10 again for the Fletcher Senators. Clock running under 1:30 to go in the second quarter. Another pass here, firing over the middle. Tate's got a man inside the 5, just short of the goal line. Troy Hillman. He's brought down by Jackson Earl. The sophomore was in coverage. It was a nice grab up inside the 10-yard line, brought down up inside the 3. Ball, I believe, on the 2-yard line. This Senators pass game. Marcellus Tate picking apart this Knights defense here in the second quarter. Right here, he hands it off. Did he get in? He got lost in a pack of linemen, but they are signaling for a touchdown. After being unable to get much of anything going early on, the Fletcher Senators strike for pay during 2 straight drives. Make it 23-12 now. With 44 seconds to go in the first half. Offense stays out there trying to go for 2. They were unable to convert on their last attempt. Tate with a running back, Harold, to his right. He passes to a wide open Troy Hillman. There was no one on his side of the field. I don't know how he got lost. There was nobody covering him off the line of scrimmage, and that's something the Knights will go back on and watch in film, and they will not be pleased with that play. But as for now, they are pleased with the result, as with 44 seconds to go in the first half, it's 23-14, Knights with a 9-point advantage. Time running out on the starters and how long they're going to be on the ball game. We'll see if they can put some more points up on the board before the halftime break. So we're going to keep you here on Schlick Sports as they're moving fast to get out on the field for the kickoff. This is a Knights offense that's been on the move. The passing game for each of these teams has progressively gotten better throughout this game. The Knights with a 50-plus yard touchdown passing on the last play. Their last drive. We'll see if they can end up with points here before the half. It's a short kick. Going to be brought in by Jackson Earl at the 20-yard line. Scoops it up by the 30. He's brought down at the 28-29-yard line. So the Knights will take over with 39.5 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 29. as this Creekside team looks to add on to their 23-14 lead. There is, however, a timeout on the field. Fletcher wants to talk things over before this drive. Knights looking to add on to their lead before the half. You're listening to Creekside Football on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Welcome back here to Creekside High School as the Knights run the ball out of the timeout, get up to the 35-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 4. They're in no hurry with time running out in the half, and it looks like that might be the final play of this first half as the offense heads off the field. The Creekside team lines up on the sideline, and they take a 23-14 lead into the break at the Castle. Heading into the half, a great half for those offensive starters. The defense had their ups and downs, but some good signs, especially getting to the quarterback. 3 sacks of Marcellus Tate. We are expected to have the starters play for a little bit after half just to get acclimated with coming into the game after the break. But for now, we're going to step away on Schlick Sports for this halftime break. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Creekside Football on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports.
Welcome to the field, the power of Creekside. Under the direction of Jasmine Bond, Sophia Ross, and Eddie Ruff. Tonight, for halftime entertainment, they are performing this club, Play. may take the field for your halftime performance. What's coming up for the power of Creekside?
Welcome back here to Creekside High School, beginning of the second half between Creekside and Fletcher. Kickoff Classic stands at 23-14. Knights holding the lead over the Senators as we enter the second half. Kickoff away. It goes through the hands of Garrido. On the return, he gets up past the 20, towards the 25. He's taken down. And out comes the Knights offense. With this being the preseason game, the Knights thought about playing their starters for a couple drives in the second half, but I'm guessing after the way they saw him play there in that first, they're having their second stringers come out, led by Harrison Miller. Transferred to Creekside from Christchurch Academy this past off season. Was the starter there his sophomore year. See, hands off. It's Garrido on the run. However, there is a flag. The teams heading to their respective sidelines after that flag. And now both on the side as if for a timeout. So we're going to step away here for a little bit on Schlick Sports. Just getting started in the second half. Our score, Knights 23, Fletcher 14. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417. Welcome back here to the Castle as Harrison Miller in at quarterback gives to Garrido. The running back is going to get forward for a couple of yards after a penalty marker. And a timeout here at Creekside. Second down and 8 coming up. Miller stands at 5'10", 180. Last year, Christchurch completed 51% of his passes for 1,773 yards, 20 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, as he gets a little dump-off screen pass away right here. On the reception was Chase Dolan, as the sophomore gets up close to the first down markers. Going to be just a few yards short, setting up a third down and 3. Miller takes the snap, play action, and he was again looking for Dolan. Pass was complete, no, incomplete, as he was lit up by Zach Taylor in the backfield looking for another screen pass. And he hit him right as he was catching it, so the ball popped loose. It ended up being incomplete, and that will be a 3 and out for that Knights offense. On to punt Cooper Maurer. He's been fantastic on kickoffs in this game, and his one punt ended up inside the 5-yard line. Went out of bounds exactly at the 5. Is this one up in the air, still carrying all the way to the Fletcher 30, where it's brought in by Payton. And Josiah Payton will be taken down just a few steps after his reception. Oscar Earl with the tackle. The official marking going to be the 35-yard line. So all told, that'll be a 35-yard punt. And out comes the second stringers for Fletcher. And in at quarterback is Talon Huntley. Excuse me. It's a wildcat formation, and on the run, it's Karan Davis. And he gets out past the 40-yard line to the 41.
Marcellus Tate on the keeper. Tackle made by 36, Kyle Payton.
Was announced Marcellus Tate, but it was Karan Davis, the wide receiver. Davis again lining up next to Tate Dolan as quarterback. Not down as a quarterback on the roster, but he hands it off right here to Trevor Bryan, and he's tackled for loss. Gonna lose a few yards on the play, end up being third down at about 7 yards.
No gain on the play, brings up third down, third and long.
Dolan still in at quarterback, and he's looking to pass. However, under pressure, trying to escape a collapsing pocket, gets outside, diving up to the 40-yard line for a 1 or 2 yard gain.
On the quarterback keeper, tackle made by number 16, Noah Cameron.
Noah Cameron in on the tackle. That'll bring up a 4th and 5. The quarterback, Karan Davis, is down as a wide receiver, starting wide receiver for this Fletcher team. Last year hauled in 15 receptions for 253 yards. Actually also a standout in baseball. He can throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Had a real good ERA for that Fletcher team this year. Dual sport talent. Punting that one away was Anthony Vagalenti. And the wide receiver punting it away with a good punt out there, gets it over to the Creekside 31, and he came into contact with somebody after the play, was signaling for a flag, but didn't get it. So the Knights get the ball on their own 31-yard line, first down and 10. Harrison Miller out for his second drive as a Knight. And Miller's a guy who came in, was struggling a little bit learning the offense and taking control of that Creekside offense, getting things, all figured out. It is a complicated offense. Is right here, he hands off. And Nate Black gets forward for 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8. But talking with Coach Sean McIntyre, he says it's a more complicated offense than most high school schemes, and it took him a while to get going, but in recent weeks, he's really figured it out. He's right there. He gets a nice pass forward to Carson Kellaway.
I believe it was a pink iPhone 11 with a Bones sticker on it. No focus.
As forward to the 47-yard line. Another first down for Creekside. But Miller in recent weeks is supposed to have taken some big-time strides in this offense and taken over, really coming into his own as a junior, leading the Knights here in the third quarter of the Kickoff Classic. Hands it off forward for 5 yards, 5-6 yards here, setting up a second down from the Fletcher 47 into enemy territory. Miller takes the snap, hands off to Nate Black, cuts back, gets past 4 defenders before finally being taken down by Lucas Berghardt. There is a flag on the play. It's a face mask on the defense. Leading to a Creekside first down, so the ball moving for this Knights offense. Again, moving the chains and the ball forward to the 41. And we're going to take a timeout for a water break. 6:51 to go here in the third quarter of play. Our score, Creekside 23, Fletcher 14. You're listening to Creekside Knights football on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful closed transactions. Jason is a Durban Crossing resident and Creekside parent helping people buy and sell real estate across Northeast Florida. He'll provide you with a personalized real estate experience. Contact Jason today at 802-373-8543 or Jason at nexthomefirstcoast.com. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Welcome back here to Creekside High School. Offense on the field as the second stringers in for the second half of football as Nate Black, the running back, takes the handoff, gets forward on first down and 10 from the Fletcher 41, gets forward to the 38-yard line for a second down and 7. I gotta say, Harrison Miller, the quarterback, is kind of the guy. As he fires one downfield, he's got wide open, man! Sean Lamb dropped the pass inside the 10-yard line, placed it right on his chest. Wide open, he lost a defender, just couldn't haul it in. But Miller's the guy, I gotta say, I'm most interested to see out of this group. Just backup quarterback, what does he have to offer? And off to a good start here in the second half. Not a lot of competition at the top of the depth chart for this Creekside team, especially with guys you'd normally look to see when the second stringers are in, as there's a flag. It's going to be a neutral zone infraction on Fletcher. So that'll move the ball forward on third down for Creekside. And that'll make it a much shorter distance here on third down and 3 for the Creekside Knights. Miller with Nate Black behind him, got a tight end in front of him to his right. It's play action, gets it outside. Dump off pass is going to go for a loss of yardage. Chase Dolan, the receiver, as he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 3 yards, making it fourth, about 5 or 6 out there. And the offense stays out there. Going forward on fourth down and 5. Miller takes the snap, play action, rolling right. He's got the tight end with a little bit of yardage. The stiff arm gets past the first down markers. Cruz Jackson picks up the first down on 4th and 5 for Creekside. Moving further into Fletcher territory, they keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 for Creekside on the 28. Miller, another give to Black, working his way forward. He's going to be tackled around the 26-yard line for a gain of 3 yards. Actually make it 2. Knights moving fast, sticking in the same formation. Got a tight end, Jackson, right behind the line. On the right side, 3 receivers out, 1 to the right of Miller, 2 to his left is right there. He was looking for Carson Kellaway down the sideline, overshot to the sideline. Bring up 3rd and 8 for Creekside. Nate Black, the running back, sticks behind Miller, the quarterback. Chase Dolan and Sean Lamb, the receivers, to the left. Harrison Miller, play action, he rolls left. He's got a man open deep, but decides to take it himself. Don't think he could have made that throw. Would have been a tough one on the run, and was running out of time with Fletcher players closing in from the defensive line. He gets forward near the first down markers. Ends up a few yards short. Going to bring up a 4th down and 3, and we'll see if the Knights decide to roll the dice and go for it again. And they do. No move for the special teams. There's a timeout on the field. Fletcher taking their first of the half. So we'll step away with 4:18 to go in the third quarter. Our score, Creekside 23, Fletcher 14. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Welcome back here to Creekside High School, 4th and 3, and Harrison Miller takes off on the quarterback keeper, gets inside the 10-yard line on 4th down and 3, advancing the chains. And it's a 1st and goal for Creekside on the 8-yard line. Miller lines up with 4 out wide, 2 to either side. He gives to Nate Black, who runs up the middle, got a few blocks, gets inside the 5, down around the 4. Went straight up the middle. They created a nice little path for him to run behind the blockers. Gets inside the 5, 2nd down, and goal from the 4. Black again on the carry, and this time he's stopped behind the line. Gonna be a loss about a half yard or so. 3rd down. Still about 4 or 5 yards for the Creekside Knights. Same formation as earlier. Miller looking to pass, rolling out left, decides to keep it himself, diving for the end zone. Touchdown, Creekside! Knights went back to the formation with 2 out left, and it's tight end behind the lineman. And Cruz Jackson laid a crucial block which kept the play alive and allowed Miller to get out to the left and dive into the end zone for 6. 29-14. And out comes Adam Esmond for the extra point attempt. 2:45 remaining in the third. The kick is up, and it is good. And that will make it 30-14 with 2:45 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Creekside Football on NFHS Network and Schlick Sports. Welcome back here to the Castle at Creekside High School, 30-14. Knights lead with 2:45 to go in the third quarter. There's the kick, and on the return, a little bit of space for DeAndre Smith. (30-14) the score. 2:39 remaining in the third quarter. Is up to the 34-yard line. Was a nice return there for DeAndre Smith. Karan Davis back in at quarterback. Was off to a nice start that last drive, but ended up having to punt it away. And the handoff on the first play, going to lose some yards. Second down and 12. Creekside. This defensive line, the linebackers doing a nice job of getting into this Fletcher backfield all game long, as they've been able to create pressure on the quarterbacks, stuff the run. It's a really good sign heading into the season for these Creekside Knights. It's a low snap, but Davis recovers. He's under pressure, though, and he's still on his feet after being hit, but eventually he is sacked. And there's a little scuffle afterwards, as it looked like Noah Cameron pushed someone who was chirping on the Fletcher team, but with the sack on the play, Rowan Thompson, the sophomore, was the man to finally bring down Davis. Davis evaded one sack. I don't know how he went down. He had a defender practically on top of him. He was able to spin away, but he was met there by Thompson. And now in at quarterback is Tyler Durden, as he fires deep. It is incomplete. A minute 11 remains here in the third quarter. 30-14, Creekside leads over the Senators. Fourth down and over 20 yards now. Fourth and 25. And that's an estimate. It might be longer. Let's see. The scoreboard is 4th and 22. It's around there. They're going to punt this one away. Vagalenti, the punter, in the air for about 30 yards, takes a good hop. It's rolling still into Creekside territory, down at the 44 is where the Knights will take over. So Creekside will enter the field with a 16-point lead. The offense has been on point today. First stringers put up 23 in that first half. Now the second stringers coming in and putting up a touchdown on their second drive. Looking to do more damage here against this Fletcher defense. Miller looking to pass. Was trying to lead Kingston Hernandez towards the sideline. Ended up falling incomplete behind him. Miller with the touchdown run at quarterback in his second drive. So here's the handoff, Black forward. It's about 3-4 yards on the carry. Give him 5 actually. Third down, 5 yards for the Creekside Knights. Miller in the shotgun. Tight end behind the line on his left. Nate Black, the running back, right behind him. 3 receivers out, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. He's looking to pass. In danger in the pocket. Gets forward for about 3 yards. He was tackled at the line of scrimmage, but was still able to spin around, keep the legs moving, get close to the chains. Going to be a 4th down and 2 for the Creekside Knights on the Fletcher 48. And that'll take us into the 4th quarter. The band playing loud. The Creekside sidelines got their 4 fingers up. They are fired up as they lead 30-14 heading in to the final 12 minutes of action. Coming up next here on Schlick Sports. Looking for a realtor to help you with your real estate transactions? Contact Jason Purvis with Next Home First Coast. Jason has years of experience in real estate with more than 75 successful closed transactions. Jason is a Durban Crossing resident and Creekside parent helping people buy and sell real estate across Northeast Florida. He'll provide you with a personalized real estate experience. Contact Jason today at 802-373-8543 or Jason at nexthomefirstcoast.com. Welcome back here to Creekside High School. Switching sides of the field. Didn't take much, about 4 yards. Is on the Fletcher 48 is where the Knights will set up for 4th and 2. Starting the 4th quarter of play. Harrison Miller, the quarterback, gets the signal from the sideline. 4 receivers out wide, 2 on either side. Nate Black, the running back, stands 2 yards behind Miller, the quarterback. Communicates to the line. The signal of 4 seconds to go on the play clock. It's a handoff to the left. Nate Black got space, gets the 1st down, gets a good gain more after that. Nearly 10 more yards after the 1st down markers. Official marking at the 37. And a Creekside player is down on the play. I believe some cramps out there for Nate Black. We're going to step away while they tend to him out on the field. You're listening to Creekside Football here on Schlick Sports. Start of the 4th quarter here. Knights got a handoff for the 1st down, and now a play later. Was looking deep for Chase Dolan, missed him. Gonna bring up 2nd and 10 for the Creekside Knights. These 2nd stringers coming on. They're doing a good job out there. It's a promising year for the Knights, and offense is what's most promising about it. Last year, put up nearly 40 points per game, was the best offense in school history by far. Had a plus 100 point differential last season. They're picking up where they left off. 30 points on the board through 3 quarters. And 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this game. They're back on the move. And after the handoff, 7-yard game, it's 3rd down and 3 for the Creekside Knights. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Miller in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fires towards the Creekside sideline. It's caught Is it enough for a first down? It is. Cameron Swanston with the reception, picks up the first down, moves the chains up to the 25-yard line. Another 1st and 10 for the Creekside Knights. Miller hands off this time. Now's a give to the newly entered running back, Parker Heron. Gets about 2 yards on the carry, bringing up 2nd and 8. Knights quick to the line. Sticking with the trips formation out to the right. Miller, however, looking left, under pressure, rolling left, fires on the run, but it's gonna end up out of bounds. 3rd down and 7 for the Creekside Knights. This Creekside team is expecting another really good season this year. Last year went 9-3, went on the road to Navarre, Florida in the Panhandle, got a big playoff win, their first since 2011, then ended up getting beat by their rivals down the street, Bartram Trail, in the 2nd round. There's whistles on the field. Don't see a flag. I believe it's a sideline warning on Creekside. And yes, it was. So 3rd and 7. Play clock resets. So this is a team that expects to make it back to that point and maybe even go farther this year. These kids are committed too. Is rolling to his right, Miller fires pass complete out. Caught by Kingston Hernandez. Gonna be short of the first down though. Not by too much. He's at the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 4. Excuse me, 5. This summer, Knights had 40 kids make all 28 summer workouts. Took 70 kids to a teen camp at Florida Southeastern. As Miller on 4th down tries to flip a Patrick Mahomes-style pass forward. He tried to do a little flick with the wrist and short arm it, but it ended up falling incomplete. And off the field comes the Knights offense, and on comes the Knights defense to take on a Fletcher team that needs a touchdown to get back into this Kickoff Classic game. This Fletcher squad, they run a balanced offense, and they've shown it in the early parts of the game, but since then, they've been relying on the pass. Last year, ran the ball 55% of the time. They've been more reliant on the pass in this game, especially in that 2nd quarter on. Been seeing them pass the ball a little more. There's a flag on the play. It's a false start on the offense, so that'll back up Fletcher. 5 yards, making it 1st and 15, and pleading his case out there to the official, it's DeAndre Smith. He didn't agree with that call. And on that offensive line now for Fletcher, maybe you might recognize Justin Garrard, the son of legendary Jaguars quarterback David Garrard, is on the snap, ball's out, fumble, and Creekside recovers. Knights have the ball on the Fletcher 15-yard line. The snap was low off the hands of Tyler Durden. And the Knights defense comes up with the recovery in the red zone. And we'll see if they can turn that into points. There's a turnover belt raised on the sideline by Sebastian Martin, the junior D lineman. He's got some big-time size. The junior, well over 6 feet tall. As the Knights offense on the field, Miller firing towards the end zone off the hands of Chase Dolan on the goal line. Martin was hurt for most of last season, but he could play a role in that Knights defense as we go along this year. The Knights with their WWE style Creekside belt that they raise after each turnover. You got the student section all fired up, standing up, raising that, celebrating the turnover. Is on the give, getting up inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. Parker Heron making it 3rd down and 2 for the Creekside Knights on the Fletcher 7-yard line. Miller hands off again to Heron on that right side of the line. He breaks through, going to be past the first down markers, but down around the 3-4 yard line. Setting up a 1st and goal for the Creekside Knights. 7:57 remains in the game. It's 30-14, Creekside with the lead. Knights offense comes set, 2 receivers out left, 1 to the right. 6 linemen in with the tight end. And it's a give to Heron, diving towards the goal line. Did he get in? He is short at the 1. I'll bring up 2nd and goal for Creekside. They seem to be looking to power it in with the run. Leading 30-14 at home in this Kickoff Classic. They're setting the tone for the season. They'll have a tough matchup against Palm Beach Central next week. Only lost a couple games last year. From the Miami area, they come up to Creekside next week as Heron gets the carry and dives into the end zone for another Creekside touchdown. 36-14. Creekside cannot be stopped on the offensive side of the ball. Students run around with the Creekside flags on the track. And nailing the extra point is Evan Marchin. 37-14. The Knights dominating in this Kickoff Classic. We'll return with 6:47 to go here on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. just realized I was muted on the stream. Not sure how long I've been muted, but to catch you up on where I'm at, if I have been for this drive, we're looking at a 1st down and 10 for Fletcher on their own 46-yard line. 4:38 to go in the 4th quarter. 37-14, Creekside leads Fletcher as a timeout is called on the field. We'll be back after this here on Schlick Sports. Welcome back here to Creekside High School. 1st down and 10 for the Fletcher Senators. They got the ball here on their own 45. They hand off to Trevor Bryan, who falls forward for a gain of 8 yards. He just kept on chugging out of the backfield. Original contact made at around the 48-49, and he dove forward for a good 5 more yards. Bringing up a 2nd down and 2. Two in the backfield with the quarterback, Durden. So he hands off again to Trevor Bryan. He gets to the 40-yard line before a pile stuffs him up. Does get the 1st down, though, making it 1st and 10 from the Creekside 40. 3.5 minutes remain in this game. 37-14, Creekside leads. So at the end of this preseason game, heading into week 1 next week, I've been thinking about my 3 guys that stood out to me in this game. I'm going to go ahead and say, first up, of course, I was talking about Caleb Taylor Birch, as the quarterback, Durden, works his way forward. Quarterback keeper near the 1st down markers. He's finally tackled by the Creekside defense. Moving the chains. They'll give the 1st down to him at the 30. Number 2 who I'd say stood out is Aaron Satteris. The sophomore had a drop early on in the game, but after that, he had a really good showing out there. I'll do 3 on defense, too. These are 3 on offense. And running back wide receiver Harrison Garrido. He got some good usage in there. Showed his ability to make tacklers miss and had a good kickoff classic. As Durden looking to pass, way up in the air, looking for the end zone. That one is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Colin Kalalen. Almost an interception for the Creekside Knights. On the goal line, Kalalen got under it. Wasn't able to come down with it, however, as the impact from the ground knocked it out. And then 3 guys on defense who I'd say stood out to me. Number 1, Cole Long. Really disruptive, constantly in that backfield. He was really good. At secondary, did better than I originally thought they were going to do. They had a really good start to this game and allowed some more passing yards in the passing game to get going in that end of the second half, and a little bit here in the at the end of the first half, and a little bit here in the second half, but they've done a nice job overall as Fletcher picks up another first down on a pass up to the 19-yard line. First down and 10 again for the Senators. And I have to say, we're going to go Colton Laval. Got a sack in there, the middle linebacker. Those linebackers did a good job keeping, I keep wanting to say Anthony Richardson because Marcellus Tate reminds me so much of Anthony Richardson as a quarterback. But he did a good job keeping Tate limited in the running game. Those linebackers did a nice job stuffing up that run, not only for Tate, but for the running backs in this game. Is on the field, it's a 4th down and 7 coming up with 1:03 remaining in this game. Overall for this Knights team, a really nice showing. Obviously some things to work on. As on the field, ball I believe is out. Teams are fighting for it at the 10-yard line. And it is Fletcher ball. Clock stops with 42.5 seconds to go. Now rolling again. One thing the Knights do need to cut down on were those 3rd down penalties. They gifted a couple first downs to Fletcher in that first half. Got to watch the defensive penalties, unnecessary penalties especially. Then outside of that, we'll talk with the coaches this week and see what they saw. The fade pass falls incomplete in the end zone. Bringing up 4th down, 18 seconds remain. 37-14, Creekside with the lead. And we'll see if Fletcher tries to get some morale points on the board. 18 seconds left. They stand on the 11-yard line. Offense in the huddle, they break it. 4th down and 2. Two receivers out wide, one on either side. 6 men blocking, 2 running backs. They throw a fade pass to the end zone. It is caught. DeAndre Smith at the front of the end zone with the touchdown grab from Tyler Durden. And there's some morale points for the Fletcher Senators heading into week 1. 12.3 remains on the clock. As our score is 37-20 Creekside. Now to attempt the extra point. Trying to see that number. That might be Anthony Jones. And the kick is blocked. Creekside gets in there, blocks the kick. Getting a hand on it was Noah Eisnick. So the extra point, no good. And it's 37-20. Creekside with a 17-point lead heading into the break. We're in that final stretch. 12 seconds remain. We'll be back for the kickoff and the conclusion of this game here on Schlick Sports and NFHS Network. Welcome back here to Creekside High School as we get set for the conclusion of this game. Senators get ready to kick this one off after a touchdown with 12.3 seconds to go. Kick is away. On the ground, scooped up just in front of the 20-yard line. Out of bounds goes Cooper Dixon, the returner, with 8.3 to go, and the Knights will most likely just head out there, take a knee, and call it a night as they will end up with a 37-20 victory in this Kickoff Classic. That offense picked up where they left off, putting a lot of points out on the board. Defensively, a nice game against a really good Fletcher offense. And a lot of good signs heading into week one this Creekside football season. And we'll be bringing you all the action here, all home games live on NFHS Network, every game home and away, live audio only on my YouTube channel, Schlick Sports. As it's a quarterback keeper for Elijah Pittman, who will be taken down as the clock runs out, and the Knights come away with a 37-20 victory in this Kickoff Classic. So a nice little walkthrough for the Creekside Knights. They put points up on the board. They first turnovers. They get to the quarterback. A lot to like about this Knights team heading into the season. As that'll do it for our coverage here from Creekside High School. I will see you same time next week as we get this thing really started against Palm Beach Central. But for now, I'm Noah Schlicksup signing off, saying good night from Creekside High School. Our final score, Creekside 37, Fletcher 20.